So this YouTuber, biggest YouTuber out there by the name of Mr. Beast, he's trapped. Like most of these influencers. Okay, let me give you another example. FaZe Rug. Okay, because this goes back to my topic that I'm going to talk about today. Mr. Beast, the biggest YouTuber alive, is in a very sticky situation right now. Now, why? Because one of his colleagues, one of his friends, came out as trans. And you guys may be seeing these videos. Chris came out as, he came out as a trans. So, what does this do to Mr. B's reputation? What does this do for the future of his channel? Now, let me tell you something. If he gives out his true opinion on his friend, Chris, if he gives out his truly and what he really believes in, he will get a lot of backlash. Why? Let's say he says the wrong thing, his opinion, which a lot of these influencers are faking right now. A lot of these influencers can't even say their own opinion on politics or on what's going on in the world right now because they will get canceled. So let me tell you this. Let's say he were to stop putting Chris in the videos or stop being friends with him. You know how much backlash he will get? You know how many millions of subs he will lose? But then again, he also is playing the game right though, because he keeps on bringing them on into his videos. Now, what is this doing? He's bringing a new community, the LGBT community. Now, is this a smart thing or is this a bad thing? Well, it depends. It depends on the fan. But then again, what I'm trying to say here and the lesson that I'm trying to say here is that a lot of these influencers like Mr. Beast are trapped. Influencers, like I said in the beginning, FaZe Rug, Logan Paul. You think these guys could say, I only think there's only two genders in the world? You think they could say that? Absolutely not. Do you think they could say Joe Biden is the worst president to ever be alive? They can't say that. They can't say that fat people are ugly. They can't say that. Why? Because they'll get canceled. They will stop making videos. They will stop getting sponsored. But that's why people like Andrew Tate and guys like David Goggins are so inspiring and are so powerful. You know why? Because they could say whatever they want. People like Zerka, another hated influencer, people like Jay Waller, Wes Watson, they say the truth that people don't want to hear, but it's true. Okay, so Mr. Beast, let's say he was to say, you know what, we cut Chris off, what he did was wrong. We don't like that, we don't support that. Imagine if he came out saying that he will go from 100 million subs to 60, 20 million subs, and just like that, sponsors gone out the window, millions of views out the window. Why would he do that? He is trapped. Even if he does feel something about it, even if he feels like, oh, that's wrong, I don't want him in the videos, he can't say that. He can't do that. These influencers are trapped. They have no opinion. They're almost robots. And again, I understand, yeah, you can't say the most outrageous things on the internet. People think that you can't say things that, a lot of people are going to hate, but a lot of people like. That's why these guys are trapped. They have to be equal. They have to say the things that the people tell them. Okay? So again, these YouTubers, these streamers, these influencers are trapped. That's why people like me and my brother are so rare because we're so powerful, because we say the truth, even if we get backlash. Okay, if I say fat people are ugly, would I get any backlash? Yes. Would I lose sponsors? Yes. But then again, it's the truth. And people don't want to hear the truth nowadays. They want to hear the false reality. They don't want to hear about God. They don't want to hear about that. They don't want to hear about being righteous. They'd rather hear a little baby about smashing these hoes and taking this perk and drinking this lane. They'd rather hear that. They don't want to hear the truth. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that Mr. Beast is trapped. He can't say his own opinion about his friend. He can't say his own opinion on politics or on what's going on in the real world. Because guess what? That sponsors out the window. That's money out the window. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that people who tell the truth are more powerful than the ones who say the false reality that everyone wants to hear.
So based off this, based off the information that's out there, and based off what we talked about, it's clear that Mr. Beast, everything that he built is kind of down the drain. He's in a deep hole. He became famous by doing entertaining content, building his channel up, building his name up, Mr. Beast, now starting Feastables. And he has a lot of sponsors. He's liked by a lot of people. A lot of people look up to him as the best YouTuber. There were YouTubers who started before him, and he surpassed him by a huge amount of subscribers, huge amount of views. And after him making all this money, after him being the top YouTuber, it's all gone down the drain, all because his best friend one of his best colleagues, decided to make, I wouldn't say a mistake, but they decided to take their own path. I have a kid, I have a wife, I'm famous, I have one of my best friends, a YouTuber, but I'm gonna come out as trans. I'm gonna speak my opinion. I'm gonna say what I feel like. And now Mr. Beast has to hold this onto him. He still has that tie. He's still tied to that string with Chris. And if he cuts off that tie, like my brother said, it's the end for him. His YouTube channel, everything he worked so hard to build, his whole reputation will be gone if he decides to cut ties with that person. And it's crazy. Just think about how scary that is. Somebody like Mr. Beast, when you're liked by so many people, when so many people look up to you, you can't tell the truth. You can't speak your own opinion. Because once you do, it'll be so stupid to lose everything you build, your whole reputation and money. It'll be so stupid to speak your opinion and lose it all. So it really does suck for Mr. Beast, and it really does suck for other YouTubers like my brother named FaZe Rug, all these other family-friendly channels. That's what I'm telling you. A lot of influencers who build a big reputation, who work so hard to, become the best gaming YouTuber, the best challenge YouTuber, the best vlog YouTuber. Once they become the best at what they do and they make the most money they can and they have so many sponsors, they're so afraid, and it'll be so stupid for them to come out and speak their truth and come out and say what they want to say and come out what they feel like saying about a specific topic. So in the end, Mr. Beast and all these other big influencers, once they build a big reputation, they're basically selling their life away. They're basically selling their YouTube channel away to YouTube or to whatever company they belong to, because they now, once they do that and once they build that amount of money and once they build that reputation, they can't speak their thoughts anymore. They can't speak their opinions. So in the end, if you don't want to be in the position that Mr. Beast is in, if you don't want to end up like him, or maybe these other influencers who've had the same situation, the first thing you could do from the start, from the beginning, is you avoid people like Mr. Beast. You avoid hanging out with people that Mr. Beast hangs out with, because who knows, if you have one of these soft friends, if you have one of these friends who are very soft, who are not with the truth, who don't like speaking the truth, who knows, they might turn on you. They might turn trans. They might start saying, you know what, LGBTQ people are the way to go. That's the community to go to. And they might turn their back on you, and it might be too late. It might be too late for you to cut ties with them. It might be too late to say, you know what, I'm not your friend anymore, because then people are going to start getting backlash on you, and you might start losing money. You might start losing sponsors. So you avoid these people at all costs from the beginning.